Sparkly Beings, welcome back to my channel. Today we have about a 25-minute session. It's definitely a nice full body routine. It's specifically designed to help you activate your feet muscles and open up your hips, but it definitely hits a little bit of everything, so I'd like to call it a full body tune-up. It generates a good amount of heat, so I would say that if you're looking to get some kind of exercise in today, this would equate to that. So yeah, I hope you really like it, and whenever you're ready, join me on your mat. Start with me at the top of your mat. Make sure your feet are about hip width distance apart. Roll your shoulders down and back, and gently rise to your toes to raise your heels and lower back down. Rise to your toes and back down. One more time, rise to your toes, hold it here, and release. And gently shift your weight from side to side. Make sure that your weight starts to etch into that edge of your foot as you shift. And come back to center. Press your heels into the earth and raise your toes away from you. And release. Raise your toes away from you. Release. And one more time. And release. Go ahead and shake it out just for a brief moment. And get into your mountain pose. So shoulders down and back, palms towards the front. Engage everything here. Hips to ribs, ribs to hips. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, pecs, biceps, triceps, everything here is active. And release. One more time, shake it out. Go ahead and join me to face the front of your mat. Inhale, raise both arms out and up to gaze up. Gently lean back. Exhale, press the air away, chin to chest. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up as you lean back. Exhale, press the air away, chin to chest. This time, inhale, both arms out and up, and clasp your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale here to lengthen. And exhale, gently shift towards the right as you gaze up, maybe towards the left if that feels good on your neck. Really rooting through your left foot here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press the air away. Same thing, other side. Inhale, both arms out and up. Clasp your right wrist with your left hand and gently sway towards the left as you gaze up towards the right if that feels good for you. Really rooting through that right foot. Exhale, back to center. Press the air away, chin to chest. Inhale, raise both arms out and up. Exhale, flat back swan dive, palms towards the earth. Inhale here, halfway lift, palms to shins, flat back. Exhale, press your palms to the earth and step back for your plank. Hold plank here. Really root through your hands and your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to your version of chaturanga, knees or not, or lift one leg. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your tailbone to protect your lower spine. Exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees, and raise your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Really press into your fingertips here. Shoulder blades down and back. Biceps towards the front of the room. Bend into your knees to create length in your spine if you need to. Inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale here to lengthen, and exhale, lower your back knee gently to the mat as you can either keep your back toes tucked for balance or unengage them. Inhale to rise for low crescent. Really lengthen through your spine. Draw your tailbone down towards the earth to open that hip flexor. Inhale. Clasp your left wrist with your right hand, and on your exhale, gently shift your weight towards the right as you gaze up towards the left. You're shifting your body towards the right, just your torso. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring hands to heart center in prayer. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, gently twist to the right. Knee meets left elbow, and gaze up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, lengthen and gaze up. As you exhale, gently lean back, tucking your tailbone to protect your lower spine, and maybe opening through your heart and your throat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and come into Warrior Three. Hold your Warrior Three here. If you can, lengthen through your spine, rotate your hip down towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale, step it back to high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, lean back. Once again, opening through your heart. Inhale to raise. Both arms out and up over your head. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, place palms on either side of that right foot and step it back for your plank. Hold your plank here. Engage your core. This time we're going to shift our weight to the right hand and come into side plank on the right. Option to do a little bit more. Maybe grab your big toe, or you can just hang out, even here. Inhale, exhale, back to plank. Inhale here, reverse your plank to the left. Once again, whatever modification option you want is good. And back to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, your version of chaturanga, knees or not. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your tailbone to protect your lower back. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes and raise your hips. Up and back for downward facing dog. Biceps towards the front of the room, nice and long through your spine. Bend through your knees if you need to. Holding it here, catching your breath. One more breath here. Inhale, raise your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, gently lower your right knee to the mat. Untuck your toes or not. And inhale to rise for low crescent. Holding it here. Lengthen through your spine, tailbone down towards the earth to create a space in that hip flexor on the right. Inhale, exhale. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Actually, grab your right wrist with your left hand and exhale, gently shift your weight towards the left. So nice side body stretch here. Breathing into that hip flexor. Maybe gaze up. Exhale back to center and hands to heart's prayer. Heart's prayer, hands to prayer and heart center. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, twist your right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Lengthen through your spine. Really press into your hands here. Really open up through your heart. And maybe gaze up towards the sky. And breathe into that space. Inhale back to center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you, reverse your clasp from the previous. If you recall how that felt, if it feels weird, it's probably the reverse. Inhale here to open through your heart, and exhale, gently lean back as you tuck your tailbone to protect your lower spine. Open through your heart, open through your throat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, tuck your back toe and step it up for Warrior Three. Rotate your hip down towards the earth. Focus on a place in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back for high crescent. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. And on your exhale, gently hinge back, tucking your tailbone to protect your lower spine once again. A lot of balance here, so really honor where you're at. Inhale to rise. Exhale, arms out ahead of you. Place them down on either side of your left foot and step back for your plank. Hold your plank here just for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, your version of chaturanga, knees or not. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale, bend through your knees, raise your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Catching your breath here. Gently walk your hands back towards your feet and heel toe, toe heel your feet a little wider than your hips. We're going to bend into our knees and lengthen our tailbone back up towards the sky. So option if you can't do that, bend into your knees and lengthen back. We're going to do a few little body weight forward folds to squats, just to warm up your glutes, engaging your knee muscles, getting everything strong here, and doing the best that you can from where you're at. And one more time. Walk back out into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through low lunge. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, rotate out into goddess pose. So your knees are going back. Draw your tailbone down towards the earth. Engage your core, arms out to your sides. Maybe walk your feet out a little bit wider if you can and if you'd like. Maybe come down a little bit deeper. Gently raise your left heel. Lower. Raise your right heel and lower. Left and right. One more time. And the other side. Now both. Testing your balance and release. Inhale, exhale, come to rise. Inhale, both arms out and up to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, place hands on your hips. Rotate your feet so your toes are pointing forward. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, maybe bend into your knees to create space, to let your torso fall between your thighs. All the way down. Holding it here, stretching it out. Breathing into the backs of your hamstrings, the backs of your knees, maybe the top part of your calf where your knee connects. Release your palms to the earth. Inhale to lengthen. And go ahead and walk heel toe, toe heel your feet in towards one another. And coming down into your garland pose. So heels in, toes out, shoulders down and back. Shoulder blades coming down back behind you. Pressing your palms together. Pressing your knees away with your elbows. Holding it here. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. And walk your knees down to the mat. Go ahead and make sure your calves are parallel to each other. And your feet are flexed. And the inside of your feet is pressed to the earth. Now you can either stay here, or if you have range of motion, to do this, lower down to your elbows. Option to rock back and forth here, or stay put, whichever one feels better for you. Just honor where you're at. Last option, to lower your forehead down to the earth, maybe completely. From here, before we get out of this posture, it's probably not your favorite, or maybe it is, we're going to do a few hip pelvic tilts. So think about raising your glutes and then tilting your pelvis towards your face. Pelvis away, pelvis towards your face. Pelvis away, and pelvis towards your face. And come back to center. Bring your hands to the earth. Gently walk yourself back up. Bring your knees back into each other. Go ahead and sit back onto your feet. Option to have your toes tucked or not. Option to sit on a bolster block or pillow here to create space. And we're going to lower our hands down to the earth. And we're going to gently shift our weight from side to side. Just getting a nice rotation, stretch in those knee joints. All right, we're going to come back to center. And if you feel comfortable here, we can press our tented fingers into the earth and raise our knees towards us, getting a nice foot stretch here. Another version of that is just to lean back and gently raise your knees off the earth. All right. Walk your hands back down in front of you, now up to the left, as you let your legs come out ahead of you. Go ahead and shake your legs out a little bit here. Let yourself sit nice and tall. Option to sit on a bolster block or pillow to raise your hips and create a little bit more of an extension in your lower spine. Hands on either side of your hips, heels of your hands in at your hips, shoulders down and back, open through your heart. Now we're going to engage everything here for staff pose. So much like mountain pose, everything now is active. And release. Shake out your knees. We're going to do a few point and flexes of our feet. Point your toes away on your inhale. Exhale, toes back towards you. Inhale, toes away. Exhale, towards you. Inhale, away. Exhale, towards you. One last time. Inhale, away. Exhale, towards you. Go ahead and shake it out. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. And go ahead and do some rotational circles with your ankles. So what you want to do is do your best to not move your legs too much. They will move, but you want most of this movement coming from your ankles. So we're going from in to out. And reverse. From out to in. Just getting a little bit more range of motion, mobility back into these parts of our bodies that are probably highly neglected. And go ahead and come back to center. Bring your legs back together. Option to bend into your knees. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, grab the outer edges of your feet and curl your spine over your legs. Other option is to let yourself come all the way down towards your knees. So whatever feels good for you. Ideally, your back is more flat in this, but as you can see, eventually it starts to round. I mean, I'm sure there are people who can be pretty flat, but maybe you're one of them, maybe you're not. And gently rise. All right, we're going to walk our feet back a little bit, and we're going to scooch ourselves closer to our feet. And then extend your palms out away from you. Inhale here. Exhale, gently lean back. We're going to lift our right leg, lower it, and lift your left leg, and lower it. Right leg lift, and lower. We're engaging our core here. Left leg lift, and lower it. Inhale here. Exhale, lift both legs if you can. Do your best to extend one, and then the other. Coming into our boat pose. Nice and long through your spine. Maybe gaze up. And release. Wrap your arms around your legs. Clasp opposite elbows here. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, gently round through your spine. Hug your knees into your chest. Chin to your chest. Releasing some of that tension. Inhale to rise. Palms towards the sky. Exhale, gently lower down one vertebra at a time. Head's the last thing to come down. Extend your arms out ahead of you, your feet way, way far away from you. Get a nice full body stretch here. And gently bring your knees towards the sky as you bring your feet towards your seat. Arms out to your sides and gently windshield wiper your knees from left to right and right to left. And gently hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap opposite elbows, clasping them, and gently rock from side to side to get a nice full body back massage. Not really full body because only our back's on the ground, but you know what I mean. All right, release your legs. Extend the base of your feet towards the sky. Gently grab the outer edges of your feet and bend your knees in towards your torso. Knees coming down towards your rib cage. Tuck your tailbone here to lengthen through your lower back and protect your lower spine. Option to straighten and bend into your knees. Just finding what feels good for you. And gently let your feet come down together and come into your reclining Baddha Konasana. Arms out to your sides, either extended completely or little L shapes. And just holding it here, breathing into that space. Maybe tilt your lower back onto the earth just to feel what that feels like in this posture with your hips open. And release. Let your leg out ahead of you. Let your arms come down beside you, palms still open towards the sky. And holding space to come into our deep relaxation of Savasana. And gently imagine your breath like a white light coming from the base of your feet to the crown of your head, scanning your body. And on your exhale, from the crown of your head to the base of your feet, breathing away any tension, letting everything go. Feeling your body rise and fall on each breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes to bring movement back into your body. Bring your feet to the base of your seat, knees towards the sky. Gently shift your weight towards the left to guide your left arm under your head as if it were a pillow and press your right palm into the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, press yourself up into a nice easy seat to face me. Option to sit on a bolster, block, pillow, or blanket. Get nice and rooted into your sit bones here. Roll your shoulders down and back, palms towards the sky. Maybe close your eyes and focus inward. As you inhale, feeling the base of your seat and guiding your breath to the crown of your head. And through the crown of your head to the base of your feet. Connecting with this inner peace that we've cultivated through this class. A sense of feeling okay. Maybe a better sense of where you're at physically. And nurturing that space to know that you can always grow beyond it. Just very mindfully and patiently. And through consistency. Inhale, raise both arms out and up. Exhale, press hands together, bring them to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, gently hinge at your hips and bow to yourself, thanking yourself for this opportunity to reconnect with your mind, body, and spirit. Namaste.
I hope you really enjoyed that and got a lot out of it, and I hope you feel a lot more open, a lot more connected to your body, and I hope you feel a lot more capable of moving forward through your day and bringing your best self. So if you really like that, then go ahead and like and subscribe, and if you really feel like somebody else would benefit, then go ahead and share it. And I guess all that being said, just keep shining your light wherever you go. And until next time, namaste.